Good morning, traders. Welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency. Before we take a look at the markets, wanted to let you know about ecs.SWAT. If you're interested in how I analyze and if you like that, you might find this course and also method interesting. It also includes the proprietary SWAT indicators, these blue and red candles, and also explains how to use them. So take a look at this link if you want to know more about that. All right, euro dollar made indeed the bounce as we were expecting. We were thinking that this could be a bearish correction, some kind of ABC, and the price could then make a new rally to the upside. And that has indeed happened. It was based on a couple of things, technical perspectives. I know that there are a lot of fundamentally bullish dollar traders out there, but price is weakening at this point, and I think that the target could therefore be at this moment 115, as we already indicated. A couple of things that from a technical point of view I think aided this upside was the break of the falling wedge, basically the double bottom, triple bottom, the corrective price action, this being potentially wave A, this being a corrective wave B, and up we go for a wave C, were a couple of those things why we thought that price could go up. A strong breakout candle. And indeed, this turned out to be an inside candle, and we got an engulfing twin last week. So what's next after this engulfing bullish candlestick pattern a week ago? Or it closed on Friday, of course. Let's take a look at the daily chart. There we go. And we have, I think, very clearly a break, finally, that break above the 144 EMA. We had one here, or attempt to break, 2, 3, 4, 5 attempts. This is the second attempt, let's say, within the fifth or the sixth attempt. Doesn't matter how you count it. I think we're getting a clear break above the fractal that's sticking out of the 144 EMA. So from that perspective, I think we're looking at some type of bullish correction probably at this point. Let's put a fib from here to here. And I think we're looking at a target minus 2.7, minus 61.8 target. Those are kind of the levels I'm thinking about for the moment. Not a huge move, but still finally price moving in one direction, because otherwise it has been quite flat, to say the least, for the last months, right? Basically bouncing between this 113 and 111 is shown. So with the break above 113, I think that could be the next targets. Not really big moves, but because of the low volatility, because of the choppy and corrective moves, I think that's kind of a realistic target. Now, that said, it could go further. If you look at the weekly chart, we did discuss the potential for price to even go to 117.50. If price did complete 5 waves here, hang on, let me correct that. Like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is A, B, C, then price could go even up to the 38, for instance, which is at 117.50-ish, right? 25 to be precise. That could happen, but for the moment, that would only be in play or a possibility if price breaks above 115. So, first things first, let's say. For the moment, the 23.6 fib, double top, 144 EMA at 115 is the target. All right, let's move on. 4-hour chart, let me actually get rid of this fib. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. 4-hour chart. So what trade setups could be possible? Well, from the SWAT perspective, we already had actually setups in play. We had one actually already somewhere. Let me see where we had it. This is the 1-hour chart. Sorry, we had it on a 4-hour chart, excuse me. Yeah, we had it here, the first setup, and we had another setup right in here. So we have 2 setups on the euro dollar already going to the upside. And one was already a win, actually, and the second is open and aiming for a higher target. So that's from a SWAT perspective. The second setup is actually a new SWAT setup. It is based on the new SWAT material. This is the simplified template, basically. So from a SWAT perspective, we're already in swing trades to the upside. But what we can see, though, is that price is showing strong momentum. Why? Because we already have 10 candles not hitting the 21 EMA. What I would expect for the moment from a discretionary point of view is price to make some type of bull flag, some type of triangle perhaps, and then continue higher. If that happens, if we get a pattern like that, I think it is set up for more upside. Okay, so that's what I'm waiting for now, because at this moment, this is an ongoing momentum. It has pushed already quite a bit, as you can see. Look at this momentum, correction, again momentum. So I don't think it's an ideal spot from my perspective to trade right now. I think that it would need some kind of correction first, hit the 21 EMA, and then continue higher on this 1 hour chart. Eventually, it will also make a flag on the 4-hour chart, hit the 20 EMA, and continue. So my main message is basically waiting for retracements down to the 20 EMA. That 20 EMA is likely to be used as a bouncing spot for further continuation up to 114 and then later on up to 115. All right, now time for the pound USD. That basically made a correction. We were already skeptical about the downside because of the V valley reversal. As you can see why it's a V valley, because strong down then strong up. And therefore we're looking for a fifth wave. We were thinking that this could be 1, 2, 3, ABC for 4, and then up for 5. And you see the beauty of SWAT in the sense that it uses moving averages. You can see that wave A went to the 21 EMA, wave B didn't break above the previous top, wave C went down to the 144 EMA. Classical wave 4 pattern. This is a classical wave 3 with strong momentum. Now we're getting probably a wave 5. So I would expect that wave 5 to finish soon, 127.50, 127.75. Could, I think, be bouncing spots for downside. If you look at higher time frames like the weekly, obviously very strong reaction to this previous bottom. So from this perspective, it could be a wave A, B, C. So if that's true, there's a lot of space to the upside, all the way up to 132 perhaps, at 132.50. So that would indicate a lot of space. On the daily chart, we're not sure though if that necessarily is happening right now, because it could be that this completed a 5 wave. This could be part of the wave 4, and down we go sooner. But I don't think that is that likely at this moment, because if you consider the fact that price is moving up so aggressively, that's very unusual for a wave 4. So I think that this basically this ABC pattern like this is more likely. So I'm more bullish on the pound dollar. It wasn't a strong downtrend, but that downtrend is probably an ABC like this rather than a full downtrend. And now I'm expecting some type of bullish correction up to this level. All right, that's the most likely, unless price strongly rejects here, shows a lot of momentum to the downside, and price starts to build a triangle. If it builds a triangle, that would actually be very typical for wave 4. Then in that case, if we get 5 legs like that, I'm bearish again. In that case, like this. In that case, that is clearly a wave 4 pattern. We're looking for a break to the downside. All right. For the moment, that does not seem that likely, specifically if price only retraces, moves up, hits that 127.75 like this. That makes it ABC down, maybe to the 61.8 fib. We'll put a fib from here to here. And if it bounces anywhere from the 50, 61.8 like that, then it's probably not that triangle. Unless it really goes deep to the 78, 88, then bounces, fails to break this top, and starts to make this kind of pattern. Well, then yes, triangle. Otherwise, if it does something shallow like this, most likely it's that bigger ABC of that daily chart that can go all the way up to 132, 132.50. So for the moment, I am bullish, but not right here, because I think it's going to run into resistance, and I think it's going to make a retracement first. Let's put a fib. Let's say it hits 127.75 like this, and then makes a retracement. So I would expect 126.40, 126.10-ish to hold and be a bouncing spot for a move up for the moment, up to 128.50, then 129.50, then 130. Those are the targets for the moment after retracement. I would expect the ABC correction or even a flag pattern, maybe not on this daily chart, by the way, sorry, but more on a 4-hour chart probably, and those levels to hold for a move up. So that's my view on the pound. All right, but anyhow, that's just analysis. I actually use SWAT for trading purposes. So if you're curious how you can use moving averages to trade the waves without necessarily knowing the waves, or just trading the patterns, right? Not only waves actually, then check out this link. I explain it in my course, and I hope to see you as a member soon. Otherwise, see you in these videos and wish you all good trading. Cheers.